Duggar daughter JoyAnna Forsyth is opening up about her son, Gideon's diagnosis. The mom of three posted a new video in which she shared with fans about a private, intimate part of her son's life. What is Gideon's diagnosis? And what are the next steps? Keep reading for all of the details. JoyAnna grew up living her life in the public eye, thanks to her family's TLC shows, 19 kids and counting on. Though TLC pulled the plug on the series, she still keeps fans updated on her life via social media. She shares regular photos and videos on Instagram and YouTube. She also uses social media to bring in some extra money to support her family. While posting on social media, JoyAnna has involved fans in many private moments of her life, from her pregnancy loss to her kids' medical concerns. Now she's getting real with Duggar fans about Gideon's recent diagnosis. As we reported, JoyAnna Forsyth previously opened up about having Gideon evaluated over a year ago because she feared he was falling behind when it came to learning. Now just recently, she had him evaluated again due to him mixing up his numbers and letters. This time, he was evaluated by a dyslexia tutor. She found that the 5-year-old has a little bit of dyslexia, so they are moving forward with tutoring for 2 one-hour sessions each week. The young boy seems very excited about starting tutoring with his new teacher. He and JoyAnna also explained that he will be able to read a book in 6 months. The tutor uses creative approaches to teach children how to read. JoyAnna Forsyth explained that dyslexia is genetic, and that both her side and Austin's side of the family have it. So it makes sense to her that Gideon was diagnosed as well. From JoyAnna's video, it sounds like Gideon and Evelyn will both be homeschooled this year. But in the comments section of her post, fans are weighing in and saying that it may be beneficial for Gideon to go to public school for additional support with his dyslexia. But for now, it doesn't sound like the Forsyths are taking that route. Hopefully, Gideon makes great progress when he begins working with his tutor in a couple of weeks. So what do you think of JoyAnna Forsyth's video about Gideon's diagnosis? Are you glad she's using her platform to raise awareness and encourage parents to have their kids tested? Or do you think she should keep this private? Sound off in the comments section below, and come back to TV Shows Ace for more news about the Duggar family. Below, you can watch JoyAnna's full video about Gideon's diagnosis.
Which Duggar family members are currently licensed pilots? This is a career path that many former 19 kids and counting on stars have pursued. In addition to flying, others are flight instructors. But it's been a little while since fans last heard who's still in the field and who's not. Keep reading for all of the details about who's doing what when it comes to flying. In case you missed the news, last year, it was reported that John David had experienced a crash near Waverly, Tennessee. His wife, Abby, and their daughter, Grace, were reportedly on the plane when it crashed. Fortunately, no one was hurt. After the accident, John David and Abby broke their silence and cleared up what had happened. John David claimed that the fuel gauge was malfunctioning. Because of this, he thought there was more fuel in the tank than there actually was. Naturally, due to his accident, fans have questions about whether he's still flying to this day. Plus, others are curious about which members of the family still have their licenses. Someone on Reddit dug up the details about which family members are still licensed pilots in Arkansas to this day. They discovered that John David has a commercial license and is an instructor. Abby is a student pilot and is unable to carry passengers for that reason. Jeremiah Duggar has his commercial and instructor licenses. James is also listed as a student pilot who cannot take passengers with him yet. Finally, Josha is listed as a private pilot. There are quite a few pilots in this one family. Some Reddit users are curious to know why so many of Jim, Bob, and Michelle's kids have chosen to become pilots. It's unclear what prompted them to pursue this career. Others pointed out that they wouldn't feel comfortable flying with one of the Duggars due to John David's accident. Joseph previously landed a helicopter on his parents' property as well. Several of the Duggar kids are still in their teenage years and may go on to get their pilot's licenses in the future. Because Jim, Bob, Michelle, and other family members are keeping quiet on social media, fans may not hear about these exciting milestones. But pilots' licenses can be found publicly, so fans could eventually find out. So, did you know that so many members of the Duggar family were pilots? Do you think that some of the younger kids will follow in their older siblings' footsteps? Sound off in the comments section below, and come back to TV Shows Ace for more news about the former Counting on Stars. For more videos, like and share our video, and please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Counting on alums Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar have been recovering after the CSAM arrest of their son Josh. The 58-year-old father is said to have spent a lot of money on him, especially during his trials. There are also speculations that the family's reputation was badly damaged due to the controversies they faced in recent years. Here's what the Duggars have been up to in the aftermath of the Duggar conviction. The Duggar family hasn't been as active as they used to be since Josh was sent to jail, though they're still coming up with family get-togethers, especially for those who don't live close to the big house. Michelle is often seen participating in such gatherings as well. Some Counting On fans are glad that Jinger Vulo and Jill Dillard came to their recent family reunions, even though they left their church and wrote a book against them. Jim Bob has also been involved with his grandchildren. He and his wife once waited at the hospital for JoyAnna's third child, Gunnar James, to be born. Some of the Duggar girls are no longer following the dress code, which has been a family standard for a long time. A few of them wore it in front of Michelle, but she seems to be getting used to the changes now. Some of them are counting on alums Jinger and Jill. JoyAnna has also worn pants numerous times despite living with her parents. Additionally, several Duggar parents have abandoned homeschooling for their own children. There are also speculations that having a chaperone during courtships is no longer heavily required. It all started when Josha and Lauren seemingly went to Silver Dollar City by themselves. It's clear that the Duggars are now healing from all the negativity. However, some Counting On fans are still curious as to what Josh's wife, Anna, has been up to. She's reportedly living in Texas after having a heated argument with Jim Bob. But despite the difficulties, an insider claimed the 35-year-old mother is still faithful to her husband and believes he's innocent. If you're looking for more Duggar family news, come back to TV Shows Ace for all your updates. For more videos, like and share our video, and please don't forget to subscribe our channel.